Hi, I'm Allison Winn, and today's date is May 11th, 2022.
Like 960, maybe, something like that, under 1,000.
I definitely have less than that. I went private during the pandemic, and all the bots just, disappeared. I probably have like 20 less, maybe.
It's probably a picture of me with my dog Daisy.
Classic. I actually looked it up this time. It was a picture, it's a selfie I had to take for Marvelous Mrs. Maisel for hair and makeup to use. It's just this really like close-up of my face. Year one of Blackwolves was wonderful. I loved getting to meet so many new people. You guys have so many just lovely friends and collaborators, so that was really great. And working on DNA was probably the biggest thing I was a part of. I honestly haven't been collaborating on the other things as much, but I love enjoying watching everything, especially the interviews. I actually think the interviews are probably my favorite. Black Wolves means, I remember what I said last year. I said community. It still means that. And it's just having a nice network, especially in such a lonely era of just meeting more artists and collaborators alike.
It means community and a whole lot of new friends and just new experiences in quarantine and beyond. So far, I actually have to say, I think it's DNA. The first time we all came together, and I got to meet a bunch of members I hadn't met before and see them on little Zoom Brady Bunch screen. I really enjoyed that and reading a new play together.
Still true.
I'm really proud of in an audition once for a director I really admire, probably one of my favorites of all time. So I was already excited to have an audition with that director, but I made her cry. Good cry.
Yeah, that's still a good moment. I think if I had to choose again differently, I did a play a couple years ago called Feeding Beatrice, and it was just a really amazing experience. It was like just a perfect role. It felt like it highlighted my very specific skill set, and it was a very collaborative process in the writing room and everything, and I really had a say in how this character evolved, and that was, I've never experienced that before or since. My health is by far the most important thing to me right now.
Staying healthy, my family staying healthy, and inspiring other people to stay healthy.
Knock on wood, still doing it.
Probably Before Sunset by Richard Linklater, mostly because it's a wonderful, just perfect, tight little movie, and it's a sequel. And it's as good as it is. It's better than the original, in my opinion, the first one. So I probably would have to say Before Sunset because it just all around impresses me.
No, I mean, that's a timeless pick to me, but I think if I'm going to speak like recently, Drive My Car was just an amazing film that I saw that's just stayed with me and I think about all the time. My favorite year one Black Wolves video, I think actually it's with you, Jacob. You're singing guitar. Is there a rainbow involved?
Video. Yeah.
That one? That was my favorite.
I filmed that in this building.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved it. You were great.
Thank you.
My favorite color right now is green. I think moving back to the city, I am just sort of craving nature and green, and especially this spring, just that perfect green with a little yellow in it that just buds on all the trees, that like almost neon sort of light green.
Purple, like a bright purple, like a sort of like a glowy nighttime purple. There's a tree, it grows in LA called like
So pretty.
jacaranda. I'd say that's probably the closest I can think of.
Yeah, that holds up. Yes, I feel pressure all the time. This industry is hard. I've had a really hard time getting my foot back in. I got one job a few months ago and it was wonderful, and I think it'll lead to more, but I feel pressured to, stay fit and focused mentally, physically, whatever, for this job and stay looking young. And we were talking about maskne, the worst. Preventing maskne. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
Yes.
Confirmed.
I put a lot of pressure on myself. I use time as a point of pressure a lot of the time, running out of it, not having enough of it, which I try not to do. But, you set expectations for yourself after 1 year, 5 years, whatever, you have an idea of what you hope to accomplish and it doesn't always line up, or, not the way you thought. So I try to untrain myself to do that. But I think that's definitely the type of pressure I self-induce.
It didn't work. It didn't work.
Well, I had an audition today and the casting director gave a very specific, annoying set of rules to follow for this self-tape, and that's a huge pet peeve of mine. I'm just like, just let me say my name and my height, please. Like, just like, and I'm based in New York, can we just call it a day there? So that's a pet peeve of mine, is like these like ultra specific details that people are starting to make us do.
Yes, that still pisses me off. I wonder what audition that was. I wish I remembered, but you know what? That's a good lesson in, like, I heard, I saw some video where Cher said that her mother told her that if it doesn't matter in 5 years, it doesn't matter. And I think we can apply it to that. Just get the fuck over it. Just do it. Let me see, pet peeves though. That's still a pet peeve. I think oversharing on social media, if I had to update my answer.
Get ready to practice patience, because you're going to be inside for a very long time.
That was pretty good advice, actually. I would probably, I guess, say the same, and just there's more to come. Buckle up.
Charlie Cox, maybe. He was awesome. He's a real pro on set. He's like a little mayor. He should direct, I think. He has his sort of eyes everywhere. It's really impressive.
You also, I know you worked with Rami Malek at some point.
Oh, I did. Yeah, only one day. It was actually right after he won his Oscar, like a month later. So that was very cool. He's also a very impressive guy. He's very determined. I was in a scene with him where it was like a 5-minute shot. Like it was just of him like running from one place and ending with me. And he would just psych himself up every take. Like he would just do like jumping jacks. And I was just like, oh my God, bro, you're going to be like, you're going to be running for 5 minutes. Like you've got it. You got it. But he was impressed and he was so kind. I really liked him, actually.
I have continued to work with some cool people. I don't think any are more famous than Mr. Rami Malek. He's still great.
Well, I already mentioned Richard Linklater for Before Sunset. That would definitely be a good one. And you know what? I really loved Shira Haas in Unorthodox. If I could be in something with her, that would be a dream come true for me, honestly. I think she's fire.
I just watched Caleb Landry Jones in Knit Room. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It is intense and disturbing. So, you have to be ready to watch it. But that was, I think, one of the best performances I've ever seen. Oh, I should have said that one. I've been loving Taylor Sheridan. I love Yellowstone. I just want to drink it every day and inject it in my veins. I love Issa Rae. I love Liza Hickman. I love Thomas Vinterberg. Yeah.
You know who I was really impressed by? I just finished the documentary series Murder on Middle Beach on HBO, and the documentarian of that series, who it's also sort of about, really moved me. His commitment and his empathy to a very personal subject really moved me. I think just artistically, I was very moved by him. So Madison Hamburg, that's his name.
All your hard work will pay off. You will see it. If you plant the seed, it will grow. you just don't know when. I feel bad for you if you are starting out right now. I'll start with that. I would work on your self-tape setup because it is right now one of the only things we have control over. I would really invest in that and make sure you feel great about it, because if you feel good about it, chances are they will love it too.
Learn how to write a good email.
Yeah, that holds up. You know, I feel like it's starting to happen again, but I would just love to see more classic indie movies again. And I've seen a couple really great ones in the last year, so I'm happy to say that, but more, please.
I'd love to see, or continue to see, community being embraced on a larger level, and the unions taking more responsibility for that. And I'd also love to see, honestly, you know what, scratch that. I want to see our unions merge. I want to see SAG-AFTRA and Actors Equity merge. That's what I really want.
I don't care about that anymore. We've got bigger problems. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Probably Instagram. Yeah, there's really not another one that competes unless you like technically consider the emailing app to the mail app to count, but I'd say Instagram.
Does it count? All right, well, that holds up mostly. I think I'd probably add or change to YouTube. I'm not a poster on YouTube. Is that the word? I don't know. But I love YouTube. I love people watching on YouTube and just the apartment tours. I don't know. My YouTube is a mess. But I love it, and I love watching it on my TV especially. I'm getting tired of, the relentlessness of COVID, of auditions, of self-tapes. But like I said, I gave my own advice before, just like keep planting seeds. Just keep planting them. Just trust they'll grow. They might not all grow, but if you just throw a bunch in, some will grow.
I think just a general anxiety about what we're all collectively going through. Just a sort of existential anxiety about what we're in and what is or isn't coming.
Yeah.
I would take all of it and I would just give it to everybody. I'd get rid of everybody's like student loans and give them everybody a warm meal and maybe a drink, because I think everyone deserves it.
Yeah, I would be a little more selfish this year. I think I would start a film production company, a good one. Allie, just keep at it, stay healthy. That seems to be a consistent one with us. Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going. Hi, I am Allison Winn. I just went back to public on Instagram if you want to follow me at Allison Winn. Maybe it'll be down here. Perfect.